Hi everyone, this is your sewing teacher Veronica, and in this video, as always, I will show you how I changed this dress that I bought in a second-hand store, very cheap, for €5 I think. How I changed this in this dress that I like very much, and as soon as summer is coming, I'm going to wear it. It will be step-by-step tutorial. As always, I explain everything very detailed, and I think you will learn a lot of new information today. What I want to do with this dress, I really like the print. But it's a bit like for ladies. I want to make it look more teenager style, so I will make it shorter, and I want to add ruffles. With sleeves I also want to change something, but I'm not sure what yet. So first I want to do the skirt part, and then we will see how it looks, and I will come up with something. So I will pin the length of the skirt, and I also will add ruffle here around like 8 centimeters, so it will be longer at the end. Just for now, pin the length of the skirt. And I also don't like these buttons. I don't know, probably I will remove them. Not sure about this, but also during the process I will understand. So yeah, I pinned approximately the line, and now we can cut it off. This is my dress with pins that show me the length of my skirt, and I need to mark it with chalk from the wrong side. So just mark it like this, and I can remove my pins. What I do next, you can see that it's not very straight line. This is normal because we pinned it on ourselves. So what I do, I measure from line from bottom or from the top the length. So I have around 31 here, 32 and a half, and 33. So 3 different measurements. What I do, I just choose middle one. So let's do 32, it will be fine. And I mark 32 centimeters from my waist everywhere on both sides, front and back. And I will draw the line that connects all these marks. You can also double check the length from the bottom here. It has to be the same. And now we cut out following this line, but not 2 layers together, one by one. Otherwise the line can be really not straight. So I'm just make shortcut, and then 1 layer only. So the lowest part I want to use for ruffles. I will show you how to do this, but at first I want to test it with another fabric. I want to test my ruffle first with another fabric, and look what I do. I took a piece of fabric that I don't need, and I took a plate, so we basically need this circle, and the smaller is the diameter, the more beautiful will be the ruffle. So I basically draw the line around like this, okay? And now the length of my ruffle, I want it like 8 centimeters, and we need seam allowance on both sides, so it has to be at 10 centimeters. And I mark 10 centimeters like this. 10 centimeters, I mark everywhere, so we're making a bigger circle. We will need several details like this, so if this size will be fine, it's easier to make paper pattern and like cut out this pattern than draw it all the time, like from the beginning, you know. What I do now, you can connect it in a line, but I will go and just cut out, trying to make more or less curvy line because I'm just testing it, so I want to make it fast. And you also cut out this middle space. This is my result at the moment, and I just cut out this in one spot, doesn't matter where, and this will be my ruffle. So we will see something like this. You see this shape becomes like wavy, and we're also going to have like fold here, so it will be shorter. me see, we will need several pieces like this definitely, because that's not enough for my skirt. Let me see the size. So this is my skirt. We will need 2 pieces like that. Okay, I think I probably can make it the diameter even smaller. Then the ruffles will be more wavy. I want to try this. I made new smaller piece, and diameter of this is around 15 centimeters, I think 15 and a half or 15. Let's see how it will look. So again, you have to cut it out. Yeah, and it's a bit more wavy. Let's compare it to the other piece. Yeah, first of all, yeah, you see, this one I like more. I prepared this pattern and I will just use my leftover fabric. We need at least 2 details. Let me see if it fits. Yes, perfect, it fits my fabric. I'm going to pin it and cut out 2 details. To check the sizes, if you want to make the same, diameter is 15 centimeters and the ruffle itself, in my case, 10 centimeters. So I marked 10 centimeters and made the circle. Okay, all details are ready, and now we connect them all in one long piece. It's a beautiful side, it's beautiful. I pin it and stitch it together, and also zigzag. Now I have one long ruffle. I connected it like this, went a zigzag and press it. And now I need to, it's kind of a little bit longer. We need to measure how long it has to be. So I'm going to pin it and see how long it has to be. I pinned the ruffle, I made like the full circle, and I have extra here. What is important, we need to connect these 2 details here, so we need to have like seam allowance on both sides. The rest we can cut out. So approximately this is my seam allowance, and like this. I'm going to connect this part first, and then I'm going to connect ruffle with the skirt. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm making series of videos how I change clothes, so if you're into this, you will find a lot of interesting videos on my channel. And I also have TikTok, Instagram, where I post a lot of sewing tips and tricks twice a week. So if you follow me, the links will be in description. You will learn a lot of new things. So I attached the ruffle. I really like this skirt. It looks more like a summer dress, less classical. I really like it. I have to just go with zigzag and then fold it. Next, what I want to do, I will remove these buttons and I will make sleeves not that wide. So I pinned, if you can see, I pinned here and here, and also this area I want to make it smaller, so just pinned how the line has to be. But I'm quite happy with the result. I want to remove these buttons, so I use seam ripper and really fast I remove them. Next, with the sleeves, I need to turn it out wrong side, and the way that I always use, I just, here are my pins, I use chalk and I just mark where my pin is, It's important that we can see it on both sides of the fabric, like this. Okay, here it's a bit weird, but I also mark it, and now we can remove the pins. These are my marks. Look, I have them on both sides. I just want to measure. It's like 8 centimeters, and on another side I have like 7. So to make it even, I would let's do 7. So I mark 7, and here I have 5 and 5.5. Let's do 5. So I basically draw the line connecting these marks. This part of sleeve has to be more or less straight because it's like the end. So I'm going to make a bit curvy line like this, and look what I have here. So this line has to go slowly to the waistline. A little bit curvy line here, not like straight lines, a bit curvy. And we repeat the same with the second sleeve. I just came up with an idea that may help me to make faster the second sleeve. What I did, I pinned this area. Now I have to cut extra. We need 1 centimeter seam allowance. You can draw this line. I can just do it by eye. So around 1 centimeter extra I have. And now I use this piece for the second side. This was my back detail, so we have to do the same on the back detail of the second sleeve. So I put it more or less flat, and now I use this detail and I kinda more or less pin it, and it will help me to understand where my cut has to be. So I'm just going to pin it. So now we just cut it out, and I think it's a faster way to make the same sleeves. And what I do next, I connect it with stitch and zigzag. I finished my sleeves, so I went with straight stitch and zigzag. And now what I do, I want to finish this part. As you can see, I made zigzag, and look what is tricky when we have this kind of ruffle. It's always turning. So when I want to fold it, and the problem is that it can stretch out in some places because of grain line. Sometimes it's not stretchy, so it can look quite ugly when you fold it. So what is the trick? You need to make a stitch, just a normal stitch with distance 1 centimeter from the edge. And now this stitch will help fabric stay not stretchy, so it will stay how it is. And now you go to the iron and you fold 1 centimeter, or you can use hand stitch. So you fold it that your stitch, this is my stitch, is on the fold, and it will help you make nice and clean stitch. Let's do it together. I decided that it will be easier to hand stitch because this is not the easiest place in this dress, and sometimes it's better to spend extra time with hand stitch than like make it one more time again from like open stitches and fix everything. So do not like try to do hand stitch if you feel like you're not sure that the result will be good. I don't know if you know, but I actually have a sewing school in Rotterdam, where the city where I live in the Netherlands, and I also have online course. So if you're willing to learn more about sewing, or if you're a complete beginner, you know nothing and you want to start sewing, I will be happy to become your teacher. And check my website. I have courses I specifically work with beginners. So I have courses for beginners, and I will be happy to help you in this journey. It's a lot of fun and it's very relaxing. So if you're thinking about sewing, I advise you to try it and see how it works for you. I hand stitched the seam allowance and press it with steam. That's important. And now we need to go with distance like 7 millimeters and connect. What I want to do next, I want to add also ruffles on the sleeves because I think it will look much better. The problem is that I have not that much fabric left. This is basically everything that I have. I have a bit of this ruffle, not that big piece. So what I decided to do, I'm going to use this pattern that I made, but I made it smaller. So I cut out like 2 centimeters smaller. It was 10, now it's 8. Diameter inside one is the same, 15. This way I will be able to make it like longer, the ruffle. So I'm pinning this detail and I'm going to use at least this part, and we will see what else I can do. Probably if it's not enough, I will just connect it from small pieces, which can be a lot of work, but I really want to make this dress look nice. So I pin it and cut it out.
Now I cut extra material. We need to make like 90-degree angle, and I also use the leftover ruffle that I used for skirt. It's only bigger, so I have to cut extra 2 centimeters, and we can use this piece too. Unfortunately, in this part of the video, audio didn't record it, so I have to do this separately. What I'm doing now, you need to decide the length of the sleeve and pin it, and later we will attach a ruffle to this area, and it will look very nice.
This is my sleeve, and these are 2 pins that we pinned. I marked this from the wrong side, and look, we measure from the bottom the length 25, and here it's also 25. So basically mark 25 centimeters from the bottom of the sleeve and make a line, and don't forget to add seam allowance 1 centimeter.
Now we have to repeat absolutely the same steps with the ruffles that we did on the skirt, but now we connect it to the sleeves. So first I take the longest part, the longest ruffle, I pin it to my sleeve, and I will have extra, so I need to cut extra materials, and don't forget to leave 1 centimeter seam allowance on both sides. Then you connect this with stitch and zigzag, and then you connect the whole ruffle to the sleeve, and don't forget to finish the edges of the ruffle, absolutely the same steps that we did with the skirt.
This is my final result. I'm very happy how it looks. The print is just magnificent. I love it, and the dress of course too. I hope you like the result. Let me know in the comments, is it better or before was better, or like what do you think about it in general. And I really want to know your opinion about my videos. Is it useful for you? Is it maybe too fast or too long? I will be happy to adjust it to make it easier for you to understand what I'm doing. And if you're a beginner in sewing and you struggle with some things, just keep sewing, do not give up. I know it's not easy sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. Just work in your own pace, and with time you will have really cool results. So just keep going, and I wish you very cool sewing projects. Bye bye, see you in my next videos.